Hi world! So I just want to make a video because I want to help people, and I want to let you know that if you found me today, that maybe you need help. Maybe you've been hurting inside, and I've been hurting for many years, and I have a lot of experience. I'm 27 years old, and I'd consider myself a very wise 27-year-old. So here today, I'm going to be sharing with you some experiences that I've had, some feelings that I've had in the past, and how to grow from them, get over them, and become a flower instead of a seed. So a lot of times in life, we'll go through things that we don't understand and that we can't comprehend, because what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? And the answer might be as simple as nothing. And sometimes you just need to, sit back and take a deep breath and realize that, if people are going to be mean to you or awful to you, it's not about you. It's about them and who they are. And I assure you that they are hurting. Not that that makes anything better, but people who hurt others are hurting inside in one way or another. They're angry, they're unhappy, they have low self-esteem, they're jealous. There's many different things that could be the issue. Maybe it's many things all at once. And sometimes you just need to take a deep breath, step back, and realize that everything in your life doesn't always have to do with you. So if somebody treats you bad at work, for example, don't take it too personally. So for me, if somebody gives me an attitude at work, what I'll usually do is ignore it. Now, granted, sometimes, if it's, someone I'm close to, I will go, hey, take a step back because you're making me upset and I don't like the way you're talking to me. Now, I have had to do that before, and I usually only do that to people that I'm closer to, because the people that I'm not close to, I don't know what's going on in their lives. I don't know what they're going through. But the people that I'm closer to, I know what's going on in their lives, and if they don't usually do that, then they need to take a deep breath and act appropriately. And I feel like that's all right. But today I wanted to share, if you're feeling guilt for something you've done, if you're feeling anger constantly. I used to feel angry constantly. So one thing about me is that I used to be a very angry person. Now, I wasn't always a very angry person, but I was always a very antisocial girl growing up from about 6th grade to after high school. And it just kind of hit me one day, and I was like, I want to pray, I want to pray that I'll get over this social anxiety. So I eventually got over my social anxiety. And how did I do that? It took me years and years and years. I thought it would never happen, but let me tell you what, it did. I got what I prayed for. And how did I do that? Well, I took action, and I started talking to people, even though I would stutter because I'm so scared. Now, the problem with social anxiety is that you get really scared in social situations where you're, supposed to talk. If somebody says hi, I'll just go, I'm too scared. Like, I literally can't even talk. So I wouldn't even say anything because I'd be too scared. And I'd just be like this. And that's what happens sometimes. And that's okay. Whatever you're doing now, as long as you're not hurting anybody or anything, you're all right. You're doing fine in life. Now, if you've ever hurt somebody, like intentionally hurt them or their feelings, or, beat them up or something, like beat up your ex-girlfriend, you definitely have a lot of anger in you. And I feel like, even watching videos like this might make you upset and angry. And that's okay. That's completely normal. I've been there too. And I know you might be looking at me going, girl, what do you know about anger issues? Well, sweetie, I know a lot about anger issues. I wanted to kill people every single moment of every single day many years ago. And I really did. I really wanted to kill people. And you might be going, how did you go from wanting to kill people to being a Zen Buddha master? Well, honey, it's called inner work. Okay? Anybody can change. That's what I think. Even if you've hurt people, even if you've, been a bitch or a cunt or an asshole or a monster or whatever you want to call yourself, a creature, a weird alien, I don't know, whatever you want to call yourself. For me, I was a little bit demonic. Now, I didn't do anything crazy necessarily, but I would run around my kitchen with a knife going like this. Like, I'm not even joking. And I wanted to skin people. So, I mean, there's that. So I never actually did that, but that was a thing that I would do every single day for hours and hours and hours because I didn't work, and that's all I would do. And if you've ever been there, well, I understand you. So you don't have to worry, okay? Now, I know this might be a weird video for some people. They might be like, whoa, I've never wanted to kill anybody. Calm down. I got other things, valuable lessons you might want to listen to, but this is for the angry people in this moment, for right now. So, you're here listening to me, most likely because you want to heal that part of you. Nobody wants to be angry all the time, even if you feel like you do. Because when you're angry all the time, a lot of the time you feel like you want to stay angry all the time, but in reality you just want to not feel that way. And I've been there. I thought I wanted to be angry all the time. I was like working out and being angry all the time, and yeah, it was I was even scary, I was a little scary. So it was pretty weird, and I gotta say this. People can change, people can heal, people can grow from their experiences. So for me personally, I wanted to change for my mother, and it's because I loved her, even though I had a lot of issues, and I did have issues wanting to kill everybody. And when I say I wanted to kill everybody, I really meant like I was this close, other than like an atom, to attacking random people while I was at work. Like I literally, it was like a chimp. That's the only way I can describe it. I felt like a chimp in a cage with other chimps that I didn't want to be around, and I wanted to attack them because I wanted to kill them. I don't know how else to explain that, but if you've ever felt that way, I understand. Nobody's perfect, even though, some people might look and act pretty perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. Even though some people, if you're in love with them, they might be perfect, they might be like the best ever, and that's fine. If you're in love and you think they're perfect, that's great. I'm so happy for you. But yeah, so I just want to tell you that everything's going to be okay. You're probably hurting. You've been through a lot. I know what caused that for me was getting beat up by my ex. I had him, pull a blowtorch on me and try to threaten to fucking torch me and just be weird and insult me all the time, calling me hideous and all that stuff. I'm not hideous. I already know what I look like, bitch, and I look good. Anyway, I'm just saying. But anyway, what I'm saying is, what people say doesn't mean that it's true. First of all, if anybody has ever insulted you, that does not make it true. It does not. What it makes it is that their words are a reflection of who they are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Who they are inside, listen to me, who they are inside is what's coming out of their mouth. Or, on your computer, if you're on social media or something, if somebody's cyberbullying you, that's who they are inside. It has nothing to do with you. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care how long your hair is. I don't care about anything. That is a reflection of who they are. Do not let those comments make you feel sad, okay? Now, I know it might feel hard, because when somebody intentionally wants to hurt you, that is a hurtful thing. Like, why would you intentionally want to hurt somebody? That's weird. And I think that that's weird too, okay? But I remember back when I was 14 years old, okay, I was like that. And I'm going to be honest here on this channel. I was a hateful bitch when I was 14 years old, and I hated everybody. And I remember one time on YouTube, I was so annoyed with this girl for no reason at all, and I called her ugly. And no, I didn't think she was ugly, okay? I was 14 years old, and I was a bitch. I was going through things, and I had low self-esteem at the time, okay? I'm being honest with you, okay? 100%. So, and I think I ended up deleting that comment, but at the end of the day, that was me. That wasn't her. She had nothing to do with that. She had absolutely nothing to do with that, and I am so sorry. I don't know who you were, and I am so sorry if you had to read that. I'm so sorry, but I just want to let you know that that was a reflection of me at the time. I felt that way. I felt gross. I felt all kinds of stuff. I had low self-esteem. I was depressed. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I just didn't like people. And that's not your fault. That's not anybody's fault. And if somebody ever comes at you like that, just know that you don't know these people. You don't know how old they are. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know how they feel about themselves. You don't know anything about them. Their dad could have died. Their dog could have died. You know, their brother could be doing something creepy. Who knows? And I just want to let you know, take everything with a grain of salt, okay? Because you have no clue what's going on in these people's lives. And being, aware of that is the most powerful thing you could do in that situation. Just be aware that people are going through things, okay? Now, I know you might be like, well, then why are they trying to hurt me? Well, it's because they feel that way. Does that make sense? They're trying to bring you to their frequency. And that's not good. What a frequency is a brainwave level. Like, they want your emotional brain waves to be like theirs because they're assholes. And regardless of if they're in pain or not, no, they should not be saying that. And yes, that is an asshole thing to do. Am I defending them? Absolutely not. Do I think they should be doing that to people? Absolutely not. I don't care how old they are. I don't care what they look like. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is how you treat people. Treating people with respect is the greatest thing you could do on planet Earth. Okay? I don't care what they've done. You don't know anything about this person. You don't know how they were raised. You don't know what they've seen. You don't know anything about that. And I just want to make it clear that, when people do evil, heinous things, I just keep thinking in the back of my mind, you have no clue what they've been through to do that. And I understand that it doesn't mean that I'm accepting it. It doesn't mean that I think what they did was okay. What I'm saying is, wow, that person must be really unhappy, in a lot of pain mentally, and they must be living in hell. Because you cannot be happy while hurting other people. You cannot. Why? Because there's no love. Love and happiness go hand in hand. Okay? Love is respect. Love is smiles, giggles, happiness. Love is seeing beauty in things. Being negative is calling things ugly, doing this and this and this, seeing all the negatives, being angry all the time, being depressed and cynical. That is the issue in society, online. There's so much wrong with that. And everybody, if you're on social media or anything, you don't understand how many people you're reaching. And it's unfathomable. Because, if you get 2,500 views, that's 2,500 people that you cannot see. If you were in a room with 2,500 people, you'd be looking around like, what the hell? Because, yeah, that's a lot of people, isn't it? And I gotta tell you something. Each one of those people is going through something different. Each one of those people has a different sense of self. Each one of those people has had good parents, bad parents, this, that. And how they treat you has nothing to do with you at all. You know who you are. You are capable of love, happiness, light. I don't care what you've done. I don't care about any of that, because at the end of the day, love will bring happiness to your life, and everybody wants to be happy. People want money because they go, oh, money will make me happy. Now, money can give you things to make your life more happy and comfortable, but is it going to bring happiness itself? What if you're lonely? What if you don't have any friends? What if you just are bored because you have nothing to do, because you're so rich you don't have to work? Now what? Now I'm just sad and depressed and rich? No thanks. So if you're sad, depressed, and rich, this is a video for the sad, depressed, and rich now. I've never been rich, but I have been sad, depressed, so there's that. Now, I can imagine being rich would be a little nice here and there, but if you have no one to travel with and no one to smile with and drink with, I can imagine it would get quite boring. Maybe join a club. A positive club, a book club, you know, if you like to read, if you like to play video games, if you like to do this, go to the gym. The gym's a good place to meet people, or maybe just get a commoner job, because common people, okay, and I hate saying that, but everybody's a common person. I don't care how rich you are, everybody's a common person. But anyway, common people that don't have lots of money, they're very loving sometimes, and they can give you everything you need. Okay, I don't care how rich you are, make friends with regular people. You might be the happiest ever making friends with these regular people, and you don't have to share your wealth with anybody. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you get to know them real good. Don't let them know about your bank account and go, yeah, you know what, I like this one, I'm going to take them out to fancy dinner and then bring them to my rich house and play pool and show them my fancy television and indoor bar with hot tub. like I'd be looking at it like, oh my God. And an aquarium wall. Like, you got it all. But anyway, what I'm saying is, just because, you know, you're rich doesn't mean you're happy. Just because you're beautiful doesn't mean you have high self-esteem. Just because, you know, you're fat doesn't make you unattractive or unhappy. You know, there's been a lot of fat girls that I've seen that have been very beautiful. I just saw one the other day, and I was looking at her, I was like, wow, you're beautiful. Like, it's that easy. And there's been very thin girls that are very beautiful. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, weight is just weight, and then your face can either look good or not. It's fine. But I also find beauty in everything, because my thoughts are hardwired to be positive every single day. I train my mind, sorry, that's my cat, every single day to stay positive. And how I did that was through being mindful of my own thoughts. Where are they going? If you think your brain is going in a negative direction, rewind it. Rewind it and go, oh, no, I'm going to think a good thought. I'm going to think good things about this person. If someone just made you mad, rewire it. I don't care how hard it is, just try. And it might take you years and years to master. It did for me. Okay? I wanted to kill people. And I already told you this. I genuinely did. I really did. The only thing keeping me from doing that was it being illegal. And that's probably about it. And I didn't want to ruin my life. And I told myself that. I have a whole story about that, okay? But yeah, I understand, you know, if you're very angry, if you've done bad things, you know, it doesn't mean that you can't change. You know, some people do bad things and they go, oh, well, I'm already going to hell. I might as well just keep doing it. Listen to me. You have one life, okay? One life. Even if you've done only bad things, you can change. And I recommend it, because your life will turn into a beautiful heavenly place. Now, my philosophy is that heaven and hell are within. Heaven and hell are on earth. In my philosophy, It is a possibility, and I've experienced it. Now, in order to live in heaven on earth, you must be kind, you must be caring, you must be positive, and it's not necessarily an all the time thing, okay? We're human beings, but for the most part, okay? And you need to practice it sometimes over the course of years and years. It doesn't have to be right now, but try. The fact that you're trying will give you enough over the course of years and years to be better, to be a different person. You will be a successful, happy, great person. You're going to find love. You're going to have money. You're going to be fine. Okay, you're going to be happy. You're going to have so many friends, you're going to go, oh my God, I love everybody. Because that's how it is for me. I have so many friends, it's crazy. It's because I love everybody. And that's really it. I find beauty in everybody. I love everybody because that's how my mind works. Everybody that I see, I try my best to always constantly wire my brain to go, oh, this person's so beautiful. This person's so cute. I love this person. Look at this person smile, so pretty. Every single day. That's what I do. Okay? And I do that because it's just great. It feels great. Okay? Now, don't worry about the negative thoughts. If you have them, that's okay. But just take a step back and say, no, actually, I love this person. This person's awesome. I love this person. They're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. You know, I could just meet someone and go, oh yeah, I love them. That's how I am. I'm like a little cat. I'm like a little friendly cat that loves everybody, and that's how I am. Now, I might be a little quiet at first and go, but inside I love you. You know, I love everybody, and it's fine. It's in my nature. That's just who I am. And I haven't always been that way. Not necessarily, but I've trained myself to be very, social enough, happy enough, nice enough to have lots of friends, to have people that love me and treat me great, to have everything I've ever wanted. And I want to tell you that it's possible for you to have everything you've ever wanted. And my recommendation is to be happy first. Be happy before you get the money. Be a good person before you get rich. It's possible to change. I don't care what you've done, because trying makes a difference. It does. You listen to me. Trying will make a huge difference. And if you think you can't experience heaven, well, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to sit here and try. You're going to try to be a good person. And I'm going to tell you something. Keep rewiring your thoughts to be more positive every single day. Every single day. Don't go a thought without trying. Try. You have to. Every single day. It's going to be fantastic. Once you master it, listen to me, once you master it, your life will become heaven on earth. If you think you can't make it to heaven, you're wrong. And I don't care what you've done. I don't care what you've done. I've said this many, many times. You can do bad things. Okay? In the past, like I said, in the past, try to care about other people. How does this person feel about that? Have you ever put that into account? How does this person feel about that? Caring about how they feel is a good start. How does this person feel? Is this person sad? Is this person crying? Is this person upset? Well, then don't do it. That's my recommendation. Namaste. Now, I don't really say that, but I want to say it right now for some reason. And I want you to have a good day. I want you to think good thoughts. Every day I go to work, I have a good day. Okay? I want you all to have a good day. I want you all to have a good life. And in order to do that, you got to be a good person, good-hearted in your soul. Feel the love, exude the love, be the love, receive all the love. Love creates happiness. Love and happiness are heaven on earth. And I'm going to say it again, love and happiness are heaven on earth. It is so possible to have heaven on earth. I have experienced it. I've experienced hell on earth. Okay? Everyone has their own personal heaven and their own personal little hell. But in order to be truly happy, you've got to have love around you. Okay? You got to have people that love you. And you got to feel love from practically everybody. Now, I pretty much feel love. Actually, I do feel love from everybody in my life. Okay? And it is an energetic thing. It's a spiritual thing. And my energy is calm, for the most part. Other than when I'm in a rush, or when I'm angry, but I barely get angry anymore. And I'm just going to say, energy tells you things, but I want you to listen to me and try to change for the better. Be nicer to people, and let's see what happens. So I want you to do this. Do it, and even if it takes you years and years, that's what happened to me. It took me years and years. It took me years and years, and guess what? It was worth it. Okay, it was worth it. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm so happy, okay? And I want you to be happy. I want everybody to be happy. I love everybody, okay? And I really genuinely do. I really mean that. Every single person I do love, okay? I do. And it's because I try to see the best in people, no matter what, okay? I try to be nice to people. Being nice to people does wonders. And I want you to know that. Everybody can be kind. I don't care who you are. Everybody has it in them. If everybody has a little evil in them, then everybody has a little good in them. Just like God. Just like the universe. Creation and destruction. Love and hate. Everybody has that in their body. Love and hate. You know, it's like yin and yang. In one ball of energy, which is thyself. Okay? You can harness one more than the other, but I mean, they still coexist. You just gotta bring one out more than the other. It's something that you have inside of you, and you gotta bring out the good. It will make your life happier. And I know this because I have lived it, and I want you to live a happy, good life. So thank you all for listening. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and be nice, kind, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Goodbye.